Good afternoon. I'm Lieutenant Elmer Horn with Douglas County Sheriff's Office, and we're here at one of our communities, and Sheriff Pounds is here with us. And Sheriff Pounds is very involved in his communities, and he come out. We brought out our grill and our smoker so we can come out and help cook for this community. And Sheriff Pounds himself has come out and helped cook with us, and he's here to cook and help these folks today.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is one of the programs that I call taking my community back. If you don't get out there and get involved in your community, you ain't gonna be able to get it back. And the sad part about it, we losing our young men at such a pace that it's unreal. We got to come up with something that will help us with these children. Got to. So this is what I'm doing. I love it. I'm out here in the sun. It's hot, but like I said earlier, we're gonna do these until we get that gap between law enforcement and the community bridge. We're gonna bridge that gap because we're gonna get out of here, we're gonna shake hands, we're gonna find out if they got any kind of problem we can assist them with, and invite them to the sheriff's office and come to the roll call. Just come see what's going on at the office. Thank y'all so much for being here.
Thank you, Sheriff Pounds. And like I said, this is just one of many events that we bring this grill out to help with our communities and get involved. I'm here today at one of our community outreach days with our sound truck. And our sound truck is used for just what you see. We come out to community days, we play loud music, and be able to just have a good time with it and enjoy our community. At a sheriff's office, you get to see us in a little different light. We're not always out there writing tickets or locking people up. We come out to your community day and be a part of your day and help you celebrate your community. And this is just one of the ways that we can do that, was with our sound truck. We're here today in one of our communities. We brought our ice cream truck out. A lot of people like to laugh when I say the sheriff's office owns an ice cream truck, but this is exactly what it's for, is we bring it out to our communities. We give away ice cream. We don't charge for the ice cream. The ice cream is free. And we have partners in our businesses in our community that help pay for the ice cream so that we can give it away for free. And we give it away. We go to schools. This is just one of many events that we bring our ice cream truck to. We go to the school systems. We come out to community days, block parties. We just come out and see you and help you enjoy and celebrate your community. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Chief Gary Sparks with the Douglasville Police Department. Today we want to give you some safety tips concerning traffic stops. Take a look.
So you look in your rear view mirror and see flashing blue lights. What do? Remain calm. Yield to the right and pull your vehicle over into an off-road area that is safe for both you and the officer. Put your car in park. Remove your foot from the brake and turn the radio off. Remain in your vehicle. Have your driver's license readily available for the officer. Keep your hands on the steering wheel, visible for the officer at all times. If you need to retrieve any items from the interior, explain what you're reaching for to the officer and avoid any sudden movements. Rolling the window down completely establishes a level of trust with the officer and allows for ease of interaction during the routine traffic stop. Be courteous and polite. Be cooperative and willing to follow the officer's instructions. During a routine traffic stop, the officer will return to his vehicle to run the tag and driver's license verification and complete a citation if one is necessary. Once the officer returns and approaches your vehicle, whether or not a citation or warning is issued, please remain calm, courteous, and cooperative. Sign the citation acknowledging you agree to appear in court, and do not dispute the citation with the officer. The officer will give you a court date to explain or defend your infraction.
Okay, ma'am. Like I told you, I did clock you at 51 in a 35-mile-per-hour speed zone. I did issue a citation, okay? This here is going to be your court date. I just need a signature from you stating that you received a copy of this citation, okay?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right. Here's your driver license.
Thank you.
Along with a copy of the citation, okay? You have any questions or concerns for me?
No, sir.
Okay, well, you have a nice day, okay?
Thank you, you
Thank
too.
you.
Following these few simple steps will help ensure a safe interaction for both you and the officer.
I hope these few tips help you as it relates to dealing with law enforcement and traffic stops. Not only in traffic stops, but in all encounters with law enforcement. We hope that all our encounters are safe for the citizens as well as for our officers. Again, we want you to be safe, and if you have any problems with the Douglasville Police Department, don't hesitate to give us a call and make your concerns known. I would add that Georgia is a right to carry state, and we hope that if you are carrying, that on these traffic stops and all encounters, please let the officer know that you are carrying. This will ensure your safety and our officers' safety. Thank you, may God bless you, and may God keep our community safe. We are one.
Hey, I'm not in right now. Sorry, leave me a message.
I just
Bye.
wanna love you. Meet me at the hotel room, or you can come over. So many things I wanna do to your body, driving me crazy. I just wanna love you. Meet me at the hotel room, or you can come over. So many things I wanna do to your body.
Hello and welcome to Bedroom Chronicles. My name is Mercury's Rising and I'm your host today. And joining me is my co-host,
Tacoma, Washington.
And today we have a few topics that we're going to talk to you about. And the first one would be, have you ever fallen in love with your best friend?
Have you ever fallen in love with your best friend? I have to honestly say no. And it would be a sticky situation. I don't, I think that if a person did fall in love with their best friend, would you want to jeopardize that friendship? You may not want to jeopardize that friendship and then be put in that friend zone. Then it makes it difficult. It makes it weird. Yeah. So, I've never fallen in love with a friend or co-worker for that matter. Mm-hmm. But I guess if you want to consider it being lucky or just fortunate. But like I said, if it ever happened to me, I wouldn't want to cross that boundary. Not unless, like we spoke a week ago about the twin flames. Mm-hmm. If it was like a burning desire that I had to say something, then I would, and just keep my fingers crossed that it worked out for the best.
Really?
But it's never happened to me, and I think that I would most likely keep my mouth shut because it would be weird if you got placed in that friend zone. Then what do you do? Then it's like awkward, and then if you had like a good friend, good friendship, and like say 5 years, and you were traveling here and hanging out and going to the club and going dancing, now it's going to be different. It's going to be different. Wow. What about you?
Oh yeah. So I had a really, really, really good friend, but I wasn't in love with him. He was in love with me. But about 3 years passed before he even told me, and then when he told me, it changed things between us because I didn't feel the same way about him. But then we stayed friends for a couple of more years, and he just went off to his merry way with somebody else. But I did have a friend at work that I kind of was in love with about 20 years. But we would talk and see each other every day I went to work. But he was kind of like my motivation to go to work. Oh, I'm going to see him in the hallway today.
Yeah.
I'm going to talk to him. But he never knew until probably the 25th year, then he knew that I had some feelings for him. And
so 25 years?
And I knew he had something for me. Wow. So when we first met, he wasn't married. And then he was interested in me at the time, and I was interested in him, but he always came talking to me about other women. So I was like, if you're talking to me about other women, then you're not interested in me. But he would come see me every day. He would spend hours with me at work.
Yeah.
So he was the chief of the police department. But
Okay.
so it was a year before he retired that he knew and I knew.
Yeah.
He said, "Oh, you could have been my wife." I said,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
could have been.
See. Yeah. And like I said, like we spoke, last week about, your twin flame.
Yeah.
If you feel that passion about it, and you say, wow, if I don't say something, I may miss out on life's opportunity. So if you do it, and you never know what happens if you say something and that person feels the same way, then that's all gravy. That works out best. But before we go any further, folks, we have to ask that if you can hit that like button down below, share us, and subscribe by all means. Leave a comment. Leave a comment about these topics, these adult topics, past or present. We truly appreciate that. And give us a call. We are definitely taking calls here live in the studio, 770-485-7724. But I do believe it would be awkward. But I wouldn't want to.
You're gonna miss a good opportunity.
It's you know what? Being that I've never been in that position, I would have to say, I would have to. If I was in that position, I can't make that give an answer now, because I may be too nervous to say something, but I may be compelled to say something if I'm going to miss out on that. And there's nothing worse than missing out on love. The Beatles had that song, "It's Better to Love," and Houdini also had it. It's better to love than never lost, and love it. Something like that. Yeah, something like that. Oh man. All
Wow.
right. So you wouldn't do it. You would do it.
I would do it.
Yeah.
I would do it.
Okay, that's cool. All right. Well, let's talk about separate vacations. Would you co-sign a separate vacation, you and your husband, with your significant other, if he wanted to go to Jamaica, and for a week? Are you cool with that? And of course, would
Jamaica?
Yeah,
No.
Jamaica, Vegas, wherever, Miami.
With that at all.
No. And but it goes both ways. So if you and your girls want to do a girl trip, and he's not included,
he can come. He just don't hang out with me and my girls.
No. There's no getting away with that one. It's not that he can come. It's that, say the rest of the girls, and this is a topic later on, this evening that we'll cover. What if your girlfriend say no husbands, no booze, no boyfriends?
I'm okay with that.
You're okay with that?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
But see, it's one thing about, I don't hang out with women like that. So
Okay.
I have like 2 sisters, and me only maybe one would really want to hang out with me. Now my daughters, they'll hang out with me, but they're not married.
Yeah.
So. Yeah. So I have more male friends than female friends. Less headache.
Okay.
Yeah.
But if that works,
What about you?
Personally, I would. I don't know. You know what? I have to say, I don't have a problem with it, because I know who I'm dealing with. If there's 100% solid rock trust, then no problem with it. But if it's somebody you can't trust, you may say, well, what you in that relationship for in the first place? Then it would be a problem. And it's unfair to my significant other, of things in my past or things I may have heard from, because the reason that I came up with this segment is because I know I have female friends who dip and go on separate vacations, and they cheat.
Yeah.
And they've cheated, and I was like, wow. And you know who you are if you're watching. But mum's the word. But and then that poisons my mind to be like, well, shit. Maybe all women, do that, and that's not fair, because not all men do it. But I also know a guy that, he used to tell his wife he was going to, Miami, or to play golf, and he would bring his golf clubs, maybe get a game in or two, but he would definitely not be alone. And I don't know if she was none the wiser, or maybe she knew. And when he dipped, then she did her own thing. But if there's solid trust, there's no issue, it's no problem. But if there's a little inkling of non-trust, then I'll be like, nah.
No, I don't think you should do. I really don't think a couple should do vacations separately.
Yeah, like I said,
unless you're just looking for some trouble.
Trouble is bound to happen. But not long trips. So maybe if it's would it make a difference to you if it was like a local trip, like say we're here in Atlanta, so maybe Myrtle Beach just for a weekend versus Jamaica for a week?
Yeah. Myrtle Beach can be just like Jamaica.
Yeah, I understand. But it's like, and then also if either male or female, if they're going for like, if they do it yearly, some relationships are, that's golden, like I'll meet you here, sweetheart, next February, we'll do this every year, and she's cool with that, and then your wife doesn't know, your husband doesn't know, and so.
I have a few male friends that take trips separate from their wives every year, and I don't know if their wives are aware that they're going to nudist camps out there in Costa Rica.
Yeah, like you said, specific destinations.
They've been doing this as long as I've been knowing, about 30 years. So,
wow.
But do your wife know that's what you're going to Costa Rica for? Because she's not there with you.
Yeah.
So
I think the destination also plays a part in it.
Yeah.
Like I said, Costa Rica, all those exotic islands.
Yeah.
But
well, anything goes.
Yeah, anything goes. But it's it's almost like a given. If there's no trust, it's a given. If you go on Puerto Rico, Dominican Republic, I would. In another life, I wouldn't trust myself in Dominican Republic. With the. But if whatever, I'm just glad it's not me. But I wasn't.
If it's gonna happen, it's gonna happen. Because what if you just go on one of those even local trips and you just bump into your twin flame? What you gonna do?
Yeah, I know. We've seen the movies. They make movies like that all the time. So.
Sure do.
And I've had in a prior relationship, I've had a coworker ask my girl, and we do this yearly trip. You down? And I think her response to her was, I don't think he's gonna let me go. And I never told her she couldn't. That was a new encounter, so I didn't know. But I wouldn't have told her no, because then that makes me look like a tyrant, But I was like, what you? And that was her way of getting out of it. But had she gone, I may have had a problem because I know how the other girl got down, So I was like,
So I just joined this travel group a couple of months ago because I haven't been going anywhere because I've been so busy with doing stuff for myself. So I said, well, I want to travel some. So I went on Facebook, and then one of my daughters said, well, my friend at work, he joined this travel group, and it's like 15, 20 people. They go all over the place. So I was interested in going to Dubai. So she said, well, you just go on, he put my name on the list to join the group, and then they send you these invites on Facebook, and they tell you how much it costs, send you the whole itinerary.
Yeah.
So, and you can go by yourself, and they also have meetup, like I'll just say you and I. We're not in a relationship, but maybe we was in the past. So now we're gonna meet up once a year on this trip, and then after the trip is over with, then we don't see each other again or talk to each other until the next year, the next trip.
Okay.
Yeah, they have trips like that.
Yeah. Right. I should cop that idea for my third novel.
That's a nice one.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, but no to the separate vacations, And if we're on the same sheet of music, if she doesn't want to go, then I'm cool with that, But I wouldn't personally, like I said, if there's a little non-trust, I'm not going to be in that relationship long anyhow. So.
But if you have one of those relationships where it's open.
That's a no. That's a definitely no. We discussed that before about the shy, and hell to the no. That's Pandora's box, waiting to be opened. All right. Well, let me ask you this. What would you do? You remember the movie Indecent Proposal?
Yeah.
What would you do if you were out with your husband, your significant other, and another couple, propositioned you? Would you be offended by that, or would you, shrug it off with a smile and no thank you, or and what would your mate? What do you think he may respond?
Well, my mate, he might respond, this couple over here is interested in us. Us.
Oh, yeah, us.
Us, So, commercial time.
Is it? Oh, wow. Okay, well,
you can.
All right, well, folks, as always, you won't want to go anywhere. We have some juicy topics coming up. So up next, why do women think a man is gay if he doesn't want to sleep with her? You'll find out next when we return. Oh, man.
Hi, my name is Dynasty. Welcome to TV 1061. Join our network and broadcast your event live across the continent. Come to our studio and film and stream your talk show, sitcom, showcase, and broadcast it worldwide. Combine multimedia with your live stream. Independent filmmakers, show your movie and afterwards interview your cast live. Sponsors, advertisers, I'm talking to you. This is your chance for global exposure. These are very exciting times we live in. Traditional TV is all but a thing of the past. TV 1061 is now on the Roku platform with a viewership of 46 million and counting. Roku is an industry leader on internet TV. It is the most popular and fastest growing internet TV platform. If you are interested in developing and streaming your own show or movie, or coming in as a sponsor or an advertiser, please send your contact information with a short description of your interest to 1061tv@gmail.com. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Michael Cow, your funniest man on the planet, and you're watching TV 1061, your global network. Stay tuned, because that's how they do it over here. Big time party! All right, see y'all later. Bye. Hi.
Welcome back to Bedroom Chronicles on TV 1061, your global network. So, why do women think a man is gay if he doesn't want to sleep with her? It happened to me. A few years ago, I met this girl at this party. CeCe Peniston was performing, and just give you the details. And I was at the bar alone. This girl came in. You know, she asked me what time the show starts. We were talking yada, yada, yada. And then, you know, we watched the show, enjoyed the show, danced a little bit. And then we exchanged numbers, you know, both fans of CeCe Peniston. And then we went on our separate ways. She gave me a call, you know, we chilled, you know, just, you know, talking on the phone, and she invited me to a couple of outdoor music concerts, and I kept giving her excuses, you know, I can't, I got to work late, this and that, and you know, I really, she was cool, but I wasn't interested in her. But besides, I was seeing someone, so somehow or another, as it always happens, you do dirt. She reached out to the girl I was dating, and told her, your man must be gay because he didn't want to sleep with me. And I was like, nah, I mean, like, hey, you know, I love sex, but you know, there's some things if I'm not interested, I'm not going to sleep with you, you know. And like I said, she was, I can't even say aight, you know, she was just not my type, but she was cool to, you know, drink with and dance with, but I wouldn't, you know, I wasn't going to sleep with her, and I just didn't. I thought she was cool like that, but I didn't know she was pressing up. And when she started to, you know, pursue it, that's when I was like, yeah, this is gonna be a trouble, because this is gonna be an issue, because she didn't understand why I kept making excuses. And it wasn't the fact that, well, it should have been the main fact that I was seeing somebody, but it was the fact that I didn't find her attractive. And some men like that, you know. There's some things I'm gonna turn, you know, I won't. Only thing I turned down was my collar, but you know, if you're not my type, why go through it? You know, that was the way I felt back then.
Wow.
So what do you think? You're a woman. What do you think? Do you think like along those lines, or know someone, you know, that thinks like if he doesn't want to sleep with me, he must be gay?
I've heard that, but I don't think like that. But I've heard that, and I think men should be cautious of who they sleep with. So whether they're, especially if they're in a relationship.
Yeah, but
and I know you said some men only turn down their collar, but yeah, you got to be particular.
Yeah, I mean, aside from the, you know, the medical, you know,
yeah, I was
warnings,
about to touch on that.
I know, because that's your profession, that's your heartthrob. But
yeah,
if you're not attracted to a person, because you know what's going to happen, you sleep with her, she catches feelings, you know, she's going to ask, where's this going?
No,
you're gonna be like,
you sleep with her, you catch something and you take it home to your
okay,
woman. That's
medical,
catching, yeah.
Talking about catching feelings.
Catch no feelings, catch something else.
Go see the doctor. All right.
And then that's gonna put a little dent or a big one in your relationship that you are interested in.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. But she swore up and down. She was adamant that I had to be gay. I was, you know, and I said, you know, and I said, I don't think I called her back, you know, to tell her ass off. You're like, no, the reason I sleep, you know, I don't want to sleep with you because you know, Yeah. Ain't nothing going on. You ain't, I think she had a limp. I was like, I know that's bad to say, but yeah,
No,
she,
it's not. No, it's not.
you ever be you ever somewhere and you're drinking like now, and, and then someone looks good under the influence, a dark room and alcohol, and then you sober up and this bright light, this light, and you be like, damn, and that was the scenario, and she had a limp, and I was, what's she doing there?
Funny thing, I was watching something on Facebook today, and it was this man on the he was dressed a nice blazer, and it looked like it was tailored, and he had the black blazer, black pants, and I think and he was singing. Oh my God, he was singing this song. It sounds so good. It brought chills through my when a song is good, I feel it in my body. So then, he was just sounding so good.
Yeah.
And he was walking around on the floor, and then people was taking money and just putting it on his forehead like that. And I was like, wow, he look a little low, but he sure is cute and he sure sounding good. And so I'm the type of person where he didn't have no legs, but I would be attracted to him.
Okay.
Because he just had other things, it's not. It may not have to be the whole body that draws you to someone. So
half a man is better than no man.
And I like he had his thighs though.
But he really had no legs.
He didn't have any legs for real.
Oh wow.
But
okay.
he was walking on the what you call it?
Stumps.
Yeah, the stumps.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
But he was singing so good.
Yeah.
His blazer was just tight.
If that's what does it for you, more power.
But you never know. You never know what's gonna come up later and might do it for you.
Yeah, and
you should never say never.
Never say never, but it's one of those things where you don't want to discriminate, but just like
I know. You say you're a visual person.
Visual, to the day that I'm no longer visual, it's gonna be I need what I like, tall, dark skinned, and thick, but. That's not. I digress. So,
I'm glad I'm not a visual person.
Well, listen, I didn't ask for it to be, but most like you said before.
But some men are like.
Most men are. Most men are, and I don't know why it's like that or who designed it like that, but women are too. But men are more known to be visual.
I know a lot of women that are, but no, that's like I told you, that stuff fades.
It fades. Looks fades.
Take the whole person. Fall in love with the soul.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's see. Next segment is can two people work together if they're sexually attracted to one another?
That makes a fun day at work.
That makes a fun day at work. It makes a dangerous day at work.
No.
Yeah.
Probably from a man perspective, it does. Because y'all got that on your mind.
Constantly.
Yeah.
And you know what? I used to believe that, but women have it on their mind just as much, if not more.
I think it depends on the maturity of the woman. So you can have a good time at work and just play, and instead of sitting on top of the printer and getting dirty.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
So yeah.
Okay.
Back in the day, I used to write these sexual stories, and I would send them to my boyfriend that was overseas, and I had this guy that would read them for me. So he's like, Joanne, you bringing me another chapter? I said, I just need you to read this. It was like coming home from work, cooking them dinner, and meeting them at the door, and then all the little things, very descriptive. And he was in Japan at the time, so I wrote like 7 pages, and I sent it to him. And then so the guy, he was standing there, he was reading it, and then he wasn't. So he handed me the paperback, and he couldn't move. But he wasn't somebody I was attracted to. He was just a good friend. So then he's like, okay, I can't move until you turn around.
Okay.
So then sometimes he's like, Jay, you read another story yet? You read? I said, no, not yet.
Yeah.
And then the guy in Japan, he's like, can you write me another one? That one kind of, you keep reading, the paper got all wrinkled up and tore. So then that's when I had a chance to write another one.
Okay. So you're saying it's possible.
Yes, definitely.
I take the counterpoint. I say not possible.
It is.
And I've been in that experience, in that situation where it was just difficult.
Why?
Like, okay, so we didn't work side by side, but we worked in the same office. And that was doable. But side by side would be very difficult because okay, here's a scenario. All right, so you two may not have the same lunch period, right? So she's in the cafeteria, and you're coming in there, and then you see her, and you're liable. She's sitting there with some other people, and you may get a little jealous, or she may get a little jealous. She gets a little jealous because you're sitting there just chilling, having lunch with, somebody else, another woman, and other people can tell when two people are seeing each other. You may try to keep it on the low, but it's going to be noticeable, when somebody's jealous. And it just, like I said, it's just not a good place to conduct. When you conduct business, not to be in a relationship, it's difficult. You won't get any work done. Like I said, I remember when it happened to me, and I was just all I thought about was her, And your work suffers, and then next thing you know, you're like taking off early. She wants to take off early, and then that's the big giveaway. It's like, hey, she left early.
Fun at work?
Huh?
You don't know how to have fun at work.
Well, some work locations, some work sites, you can do that. Others you can't, and some work sites you can't do it.
So let's say, okay, my work site. My work site is a soap opera. They got Lover's Lane.
Yeah.
They got the stairs from the ground floor in the back of the building all the way up to the 12th.
Yeah, so
you go over there, it's nothing but condoms.
Yeah. See, but that particular work site is conducive. You could do that, but the one where I worked, she and I worked, you couldn't do that. There was no nook and cranny, nothing like that. It was just different. I'll tell you during the commercial break.
Yeah.
But it's like I said before, your work suffers, and then you start getting jealous if you see, because it is a place of business. And like I said, this happened to me. And I'm going to tell you something else. I remember a male coworker, had made a comment about her, and he says, man, I sure would like to fuck her. And I got, like if I wasn't involved with her, then I would have just been like, yeah, she is. But I got mad. I wanted to take his head off for making that comment. And it just caught me off guard. And then once I reacted that way, he was like, man, you in love? I was like, this nigga here, So I was like, wow. So I wouldn't, I disagree. I don't think two people can work together if they're sexually attracted to each other, and get work done. It's just a recipe for disaster.
Because me and my ex-husband, we worked together in the same office.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Okay. You said your ex-husband?
He was just doofus. He was a doofus all day long.
You said ex-husband?
No, he was retired before we got divorced. Though.
Okay, all right.
No, he was retired before we even got married. But yeah. So
okay.
he was a doofus. He was just nervous around me all day.
Oh, that's so sweet.
He'd trip over the garbage can.
that sounds like my cousin. Okay.
Well, yeah, I thought it was cute.
Okay. Yeah. That's cool in the gang. All right, which leads to the next segment. Work wife or work boss. Work wife or work husband. So I forgot, and this happened to me too. I overheard my wife on the phone, and someone had said something about her work husband. I was like, what? When you off that phone, please, we got to discuss this. I want to know. And that was my first time hearing about it. And she said, because we real cool at work. And I'm like, all the time, how cool. People saying, they think it's cute. And I was like, cute my ass. I says, I know how men get down. That shit's going to stop. And I was just talking because there's no way I was going to make it stop because they worked in a secure environment, like not the type that you could just pop up there,
Right.
I hated that about it.
Wow.
I hated that. Man, But and then fast forward a couple of years, then I had a work wife, but I didn't put that disclaimer on there. I was like, nah, I don't want it to be said like that. We were just real cool, but people, and we were real cool. And if you're watching, you know who you are. And even supervisors, they warn me, don't. And I was like, nah, we are strictly. You see us a lot together because we were in the union. And I had an office position, and she was the president, and I may have said too much, but and I was the treasurer, so we were always together, and we just enjoyed each other's company, and people thought we were together, but and labeled us work husband, work wife, and I was like, nah, that's not. Because once somebody gets a hold of something, a juicy topic, they want to just run with it, So.
I've never had a work husband. some friends or coworkers I know, they have them. And then, because you know that I was part of the union at one time, and they used to traveled a lot. So then when you go to these different states, then I said, they start introducing people. Say, man, you got like 5 work husbands.
See?
And they're more chummy. They're real chummy and close. Yeah, close, like buy lunch, go out and have everything. Just not the bedroom part. So, yeah.
So and what happens if you got a work husband or a work wife and you have a cookout and you know that they're going to be invited, and then here's this guy or here's this woman in your house for the cookout, and you're like, like the first time you're introduced to him, hey, this is such and such, the work husband, nice to meet you, you know, and then you're on the grill, meanwhile she's in the kitchen washing potatoes and he's helping, what the this is,
I've always been suspicious of people that have work husbands because I think they're already hooked up at some point.
At some point. So you got to go with that gut feeling, you know. If your intuition, the little antenna says, that's why I don't get down like that. Don't get down. I don't get down, and that's why I was adamant. Like, no, don't label me as her work husband. Because even though my wife, wouldn't hear about, but you never know. There may be an outing or a bus ride.
They know. Somebody else done told them.
Somebody's going, because people love to talk shit. That's why. 24/7. It's something else. And I think that was the only scenario where a former spouse had a work husband, and I was just like, nah, because I know men, and men are treacherous, and they'll cut your throat at any given chance. And I know women, same, get down the same way. Some, but men are really notorious for that. So.
Well, it's time for another commercial break.
Another commercial break. All right. Well, don't go anywhere. And folks, by all means, give us a call. We're taking live calls in the studio. But when we return, we'll talk about breast implants, and that'll be juicy and topic when we return. Juicy.
My name is Dynasty, and welcome to TV 1061. Join our network and broadcast your event live across the continent. Come to our studio and film and stream your talk show, sitcom, showcase, and broadcast it worldwide. Combine multimedia with your live stream. Independent filmmakers, show your movie, and afterwards interview your cast live. Sponsors, advertisers, I'm talking to you. This is your chance for global exposure. These are very exciting times we live in. Traditional TV is all but a thing of the past. TV 1061 is now on the Roku platform with a viewership of 46 million and counting. Roku is an industry leader on internet TV. It is the most popular and fastest growing internet TV platform. If you are interested in developing and streaming your own show or movie, or coming in as a sponsor or an advertiser, please send your contact information with a short description of your interest to 1061tv@gmail.com. Thank you. Hi.
Hi, I'm Harry Lennox, and you're watching TV 1061, your global network. Hi, I'm Harry.
Hey, I'm not in right now. Sorry, leave me a message.
I just wanna love you. Meet me at the hotel room, or you can come over. So many things I wanna do to your body, driving me crazy. I just wanna love you. Meet me at the hotel room, or you can come over. So many things I wanna do to your body.
Welcome back. Welcome back, Bedroom Chronicles. Breast implants and booty implants. It's okay. So I don't have a problem with it at all. I know I've heard it before. From a woman. When we're passing someone, she's got the breast implants or the booty implants, and she says, those are fake. And 10 out of 10 men will say, so what? Who cares? Who the hell cares? And like we were talking behind, during the commercial, I've never felt a fake booty or breast. I've never felt.
How do you know?
How do I? Oh, because the women I deal with, I never had one night stands. I've always been in a relationship, so you've seen somebody for 6 months, 8 months, a year or more. You know.
Did you look for the scar?
Yeah. Well, I'm looking at other things. Yeah, I'll look.
No,
But
you didn't look for the scar under the breast.
look, let me just leave it like that. I've never felt one because any woman I've dealt with never had surgery, and I don't care.
Just say you don't care.
I don't care. But I was gonna say I'm dying to find out how it feels. But no, I'm not. I'm just joking. I'm not dying to find. But you know what? I'll tell you this. Being that I watch porn a lot, and then and Instagram a lot, I see a lot of women. And you could. You know what I don't like? I don't like when you can tell when it's like when they do too much.
Right.
Like especially with the ass. There's a ratio that a woman should follow, and they know this. Black and brown women.